So hello once again. Students, we have completed in the previous class the generation of alternating EMF or alternating current, and it was discussed briefly that how an alternating current or an alternating EMF vary with time. So because it is not a constant current, it always changes with time. So we have to find the average value of this alternating current for full cycle. When for one complete rotation of that coil in the magnetic field, what actually is the time average of alternating EMF or current. So our aim for today's class is average value of alternating EMF or alternating current. Right? So the instantaneous value of current we know, that is I is equal to I naught sine omega t, that we have already derived. So we have to add that I instantaneous values of I for a total time interval of 0 to t. So we have to find the integration of I dt, and if you divide the same by total time taken in one cycle, the final result will be the average value for one complete cycle, because that we know the nature of EMF is sinusoidal, and in one complete it completes this waveform. So from 0 to t, that value of instantaneous value changes from 0 to peak, then 0 to negative peak, then 0. So we have to find out the integration of this I dt within the limits 0 to t and divide it by total time to get the average value of current. So substitute the value of I, that is I naught sine omega t. So I naught sine omega t dt, integration from 0 to t and divided by time t. So I naught will be outside the integration, so I naught upon t. So integration of sine omega t within the limit 0 to t. And the integration of sine omega t is minus cos omega t upon omega. Limits are 0 to t. And again we solve it further. Minus will be outside. So minus I naught upon omega t and cos omega t within the limit 0 to t. Now substitute the limits. So in place of small t put capital T, and the value of omega is 2 pi by t. So minus I naught by omega t cos 2 pi by t in place of omega, and into capital T upper limit minus cos 0. Because when we put 0, everything will be 0, and t cancels t. The value of cos 2 pi is 1. Value of cos 0 is also 1. So if we put the values of cos 2 pi and cos 0, it is 1 minus 1. So the final value is 0. So the average value of alternating current or alternating EMF, both are 0 for full cycle. And it is quite obvious also, because for first half we have all positive values, and for the next half we have all negative values. So if we add the first half and second half, that is for full cycle, every instantaneous value of the positive half is cancelled by the instantaneous value of the negative half. So as a result, the total value will be 0. So this is average value of alternating current for full cycle, and that is equal to 0. Now come to the next part. Now we have to find out mean value. Mean value is nothing, but we have to treat in the same manner. So we are taking average for half cycle. So our limit of integration changes from 0 to 2t to 0 to t by 2. So in the first expression we have integrated within the limit 0 to t, but for mean value we have to integrate the same within the limit 0 to t by 2. So same treatment by simply changing the limits. So again mean value is integration of I dt from the limit 0 to t by 2 and divided by t by 2. So we are taking average for half cycle. In the previous derivation we have taken average for full cycle. So this 2 by t I naught sine omega t dt. So in the same manner what we did in the first one, we have to proceed. So 2 I naught upon t sine omega t 0 to t by 2. Then again integration of sine omega t dt is cos omega t by omega. Limit is 0 to t by 2. So minus 2 I naught omega t cos omega t 0 to t by 2. Now substitute the limits. So minus 2 I naught upon omega t cos 2 pi by t, that is the value of omega, into t by 2, that is upper limit, minus cos 0 once again. T cancels t, 2 cancels 2. Here it is cos pi. So this is minus 2 I naught upon omega t, cos pi minus cos 0. The value of cos pi is minus 1, and this is minus, and cos 0 is 1. So in this case, minus 1 makes minus 2. Minus 2 into this minus 2 makes plus 4. So 4 I naught upon omega t. So if we put the value of omega, as 2 pi by t, so 4 I naught upon omega is 2 pi by t, then t cancels t, this 2 cancels this 2, 4 by 2. So the final answer is 2 by pi times I naught. So the half cycle average, that is called mean value, is not 0, but it is 2 by pi times I naught. Similarly, if we want to find out the EMF, then again the mean value for half cycle is 2 by pi times E naught. Right? If we change the limit from 0 to t to t by 2 to t, means the next half also we have to consider, we'll get the same result with a negative sign. So this is called mean value of alternating current, that is time average for half cycle, and that is a non-zero value. Right? So this is the two small derivations we have to find out mathematically, or we have to prove mathematically. The average value for full cycle is 0, and the mean value is 2 by pi times I naught, or 2 by pi times E naught. Right? Now come to the most important part of this, that is called RMS value. RMS value is very important, because think of your household. In your household, we are getting this alternating current, and usually we say in our house the voltage is 220 volt, and as you know, the EMF is not a constant EMF. Then how can we say 220 volt? So that 220 volt is not an instantaneous value. Actually, that 220 volt when we use for our house is actually the RMS value, or virtual value we say. So that RMS value is a non-zero value, we can say, and we are taking the integration for full cycle from 0 to t. We have already checked that when we integrate this to get the average from 0 to t, we get the answer equal to 0. But here the value should be a non-zero value, and this is called RMS value of alternating current, or EMF. Very important for exam purpose also. So root mean square RMS. Value of AC is that STD. STD means constant current, which when passed through a resistance for a given time will produce the same amount of heat as the alternating current does in the same resistance and in the same time. This is very important to understand. So actually the concept of this virtual voltage or RMS voltage comes from heating effect of current. So we use electric press in our house, we use electric heaters in our house, and we are simply plug in with the AC and we are getting heat. So the concept is, if a DC is used to produce heat, and if an AC is used to produce heat for the same resistance, for the same time, and if the heats produced are same, then the alternating current and the direct current are equivalent. So that value of DC is called the virtual value of that AC and is known as RMS value. This is the meaning. So is that a steady current which when passed through a resistance for a given time will produce the same amount of heat as the alternating current does in the same resistance and in the same time. So this actually is called RMS value or virtual value, virtual voltage, virtual current, right? So instantaneous value of AC is given by I naught sin omega t, So if that is passed through a resistance R, it is given as I equal to I naught sin omega t. And we know that this the expression for heat produced in a resistance, that is H is equal to I square RT. This we have already studied in class 10th as well as in electric current chapter in class 12. So H is heat, I square RT. I is current, R is resistance, T is the time. So if we want to find the heat generated, so if a small amount of heat produced in the resistance R in a very short time interval dt is given by, we use this formula. So in place of T we will write a dt, and in place of H we will write dH, small amount of heat. So this is the same one, dH is equal to I square R dt. So in place of I we can write I naught sin omega t. So I naught sin omega t whole square into R into dt. So dH is equal to I naught square R sin square omega t dt. So this is the expression for heat. And here we have to find the total heat for the full cycle. So we have to start this integration from 0 to t. So the amount of heat produced in one complete cycle can be obtained by integrating equation 2 within the limit 0 to t. So again we have to simply integrate equation 2. So then the dH will become H, and this I naught square R sin square omega t dt integration from 0 to t. Now this is I naught square R is outside the integration. So I naught square R, and the integration is of sin square omega t dt from 0 to t. So we have to solve this integration only to get the final result. Now proceed further. See, here it is. So H is equal to I naught square R limit 0 to t, and in place of sin square omega t we can write 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2 into dt. So this 1 minus sin 2 omega t by 2 we can write for sin square omega t, right? So now if we expand this bracket, we get two integrations like this. So I naught square R upon this 2 is outside, and this dt multiplied over 1 within the limit 0 to t is the first integration, and cos 2 omega t dt within the limit 0 to t is the second integration. This is equation 3. Now we have to solve these two integrations one by one. So first integration is 0 to t dt, that is t from the limit 0 to t, the answer is t. So the first integration is the value capital T. Now we have to solve the next one, that is from cos 2 omega t dt within the limit 0 to t is the second integration. Now the integration of cos is sin 2 omega t upon 2 omega. The limit is 0 to t. Now put the values. 1 by 2 omega is outside. Sin 2, in place of omega put 2 pi by t. Then t cancels t. So 4 pi it is. And minus sin 0. If we put t equal to 0, the sin 2 omega t will become sin 0. So this is sin 4 pi minus 0. What is the value of sin 0? It is 0. And what is the value of sin 4 pi? Is again 0. So this second part becomes 0. So this second integration is actually equal to 0. So if we put the values of integration in equation 3, substituting the values of two integration in equation 3, we get H is equal to I naught square R by 2 into T. And if RMS is the virtual value of AC for full cycle, then by definition H is equal to I RMS square RT. We have used the same formula, H is equal to I square RT. Here we are using it for virtual value. So H is equal to I square I RMS square RT, and from these two equations the two heats are same H per definition. So equating the two, I RMS square RT is equal to I naught square RT by 2, right? So if we put the values and then RT cancel RT, and finally we get I RMS square is equal to I square by 2, and if I find I RMS, it is I naught by R root 2. So I RMS is equal to peak value upon root 2. If we put the value 1 by root 2, it is I RMS is equal to 0.707 times I naught. Similarly, if we do the same for voltage, it is E RMS is equal to E naught by root 2 or E RMS is equal to 0.707 E naught. So this value we use for practical purpose, and here it is the value of E RMS we are using in our house as 220 volt or in the value. So in the normal language, we actually use the value of RMS. RMS value we are using in case of AC or RMS current also. When we say the current in the house is 2 ampere, that 2 ampere is the virtual current, right? And that virtual current is actually peak current upon root 2. So this is the derivation and very important for examination purpose. Now one question I have taken here. The electric mains in a house are marked 220 volt 50 hertz. Write down the equation for instantaneous voltage. So this 220 volt 50 hertz mein 220 volt is actually RMS value. Just now I told you. And 50 hertz is the frequency. So frequency is 50 hertz. So what is omega? Omega is 2 pi nu. So this is 2 pi times 50, that is 100 pi. So the value of omega we have calculated. And ERMS is 220 volt. So E naught is equal to root 2 times ERMS, because ERMS is E naught by root 2. So the value of E naught is 220 root 2. Now simply put in the formula, E is equal to E naught sin omega t. So E is equal to, in place of E naught write 220 root 2, and sin omega is 100 pi into t. So this is the instantaneous value of voltage when we have RMS value as 220 volt and frequency is 50 hertz. So I think you have got all the ideas of the variation of alternating current and its average value, mean values and RMS value. Out of these three values, the most important is RMS value, and we are using this value in our practical purpose. So that's all for this today's class. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.